Hey everybody, what's going on? So the other day I was with my well my we were interviewing one of my partners. We were interviewing a new contractor on doing some new builds, and so we are, hey man, what you got, what you working on, that kind of thing. Let's see what see what you're doing. And so he's telling us his address. So we're driving up there to look at some properties. Well, anyways, it's in a brand new subdivision. So we're driving through, and as we get closer and closer to this job site, there's this road, and it's filled with trades guys. I mean, there's plumbers there, there's concrete guys, dump trucks there, uh, landscapers there, roofers, everybody just lining the streets to the point where we're kind of moving the truck, through all the stuff. And it was insane. There was about probably 10 houses being framed, and there's, some just the concrete was poured, and there, all different, stages in between. And it was going through here. This guy, he's showing us, he finds out, showing us, the house he was working on, kind of see what kind of quality work he was doing. But in this, I was talking to my partner. I'm like, man, this is insane. Like, I'm so glad I'm not building right there. I mean, dude, having all these people, these guys it's super competitive. These guys are probably overpaying for the lots, and it is just cutthroat. It is just miserable. Okay, now maybe that's your business model and you like that. Great. Okay, if you like that and everything's going good for you, I mean it. Good job. Keep it up, man. Keep up the hustle. But some of us are looking for an edge, and I'm going to say something right now. When this whole coronavirus shenanigans is going on, okay, a lot of people are scared. Okay. They're worried about this and that. They have friends that are getting laid off. They're worried, legitimately worried about, their health and this and that. There's a trend of people wanting to move out in the country. Okay. And the country is key, man. There is such an opportunity for you. So that's what this video is going to be about. So you can beat your competition and really give people what they're looking for. Okay. But buying in the country is a different animal completely than buying in the city and experience that story I just told you about. I mean, that is crazy, man. It's just lame. Okay. So a while ago, I was looking at this property, and it was I think it was a short sale. And so, I had a real estate agent who was trying to help me comp this thing. So we drive way out in the country, and so we get out to this place, and this was a rundown. I mean, just all rundown. They had but it was an old rundown old home, and I go inside, like the drywall is all torn to bits, and there's a big mattress in the floor, there's crap everywhere, and there's like signs from the sheriff on the doors, like, hey, this is the feral animals are running around, blah blah, and be careful about this stuff, right? Or it's condemned, or the building's condemned, but there's some sort of deal on the property, sheriffs, and then get rid of all the animals and stuff. And there's chickens. It was messed up. So I'm looking around this house, and and there's like but it was a horse thing, a horse deal. And they had a horse like arena thing, and I've never seen it before. That was purple. It was a purple arena, and a different shade of purple. So the arena is purple, and then there's like some kid or dude, I don't know, put their hands in a different color purple, and they did this weird hand deal on the. Anyways, so yeah, so this is this place. It's the craziest thing I ever saw. Purple on purple. All right. Anyway, so here's the point. This house is messed up. And this agent was sitting on his ass in the car, wouldn't even come in because he's like, this house is rubbish. It is just crazy. Well, I bought that thing for $60,000. 2 acres, I think 2.5 acres, and lovely old horse property once you get rid of the purple on purple kind of thing. And so, and I ended up making, I think, probably $50,000 in that deal, 50 grand on that particular deal that this agent wouldn't even get out of, right? Why do I bring that up? Because people he's a city slicker. That's right. I said city slicker, even though I'm semi-city living right now. you know, don't be scared. Don't be like that lame ass and sitting in your car ignoring the country stuff. And I've done a lot of videos about lot splits and so forth. There's a lot of money to be made. So I wanted to bring this to your attention. In this market, people are scared. Consider the country. And what you need to look for in the country is there's some nuances that are very important for you, okay? So that's what this video is about. So what do I need to look for, okay? Let's say you're out buying properties in the city, you know, you have that nailed down. What should you be looking for in the country, okay? Here's basically what you've got to be worried about, okay? Number one, you've got to just assume you're on well and septic, okay? Really important, okay? Meaning that you cannot get any water without power. So you have to make sure your power is good, all right? And your well's good. Wells can be very, very, very expensive. And they also can be fairly decent, 15 grand. I one time I bought a house with no well, and it was 580. It was on a hill, 580 something feet. It cost me like 40 grand for this well, all together and everything. So that's a lot of money, right? But I ended up, you know, I bought right. So these kinds of things are important. So you want to know about where your power's at, okay? Because that's going to give you water. Two, what kind of well you have. Now, how do you find out what kind of well you have? Well, you can go look at the wellhead. If you know anything about wells, get a good well guy. All right, well guy, plumber guy. And you know, just a normal plumber probably won't know a lot on that. So you want to find a good well dude to look at it, how much gallons per minute you're having out of this thing. And when you sell the house, or if you wholesale it, at some point you're gonna sell it. Somebody's gonna sell it to an end user. They're gonna want to know gallons per minute. So you need to get that certified with the plumber or the well guy. Hey, this is 20 gallons per minute, whatever it is. Okay. You know, what kind of pump, and there's a pump in there at the very bottom, okay, and you want to know about that, okay? There's also artesian wells, which are kind of weird, but, you know, you just got to figure out what the gallons, the flow rate is, all that kind of stuff. So, well, the second thing that's, well, it's the power well. The third thing is you want to look into septic, okay? Septic tanks can be pretty expensive sometimes. The big money is the drain field, okay, typically, okay? So you to do this, you're going to have to get your district health outfit out there if you have to replace it. Hopefully you won't have to. So what you want to do is you want to get the septic thing tested, septic tank tested. One time I bought this house, and it was at artesian well, actually. And so I'm hanging out there, and I don't know what it was, an old home, and overlook, beautiful view though, overlooking the big field and the mountains. So I get my septic guy out there, dude named Dale, old guy, old crusty old guy, doing septic tanks. And so we're digging this, you know, trying to find a septic thing. And he put like this snake in there and this and that. So finally we find this septic thing, right? So we dig it all out. I'm helping him out. This is hilarious. This really happened. So he digs out this hole, and he pulls out the lid for the septic. He puts a sounding rod in there to, you know, see if it's, and of course it's full. And I'll never forget, he takes the this is, I can make a video of this, but yeah, he literally took that, you know, the thing, and he sniffs it, and I'm like, dude, that's so foul. And he's like, you know what it smells like to me? It smells like money. Anyway, he was serious, right? That's how he made his money in septic tanks, you know? And so, bottom line, man, septic, it's crazy, dude. Septic tanks are important, okay? So you want to know how many gallons it is, right? If you have a pen, you want to write that down. How many gallons is your septic tank? If it's like an 800-gallon tank, you're good. If it's like 400, real old one, you probably have to replace your septic tank, okay? So that's going to be really important for you. You want to know that septic, you know, how big it is, how many gallons it is, okay? And it's commensurate with your district health outfit. Your district health is going to tell you, you know, how many gallons it needs to be, okay? And also know that whoever your underwriter is for your loan, they're going to want to know, you know, how many gallons it is. That's important. And if it's less than 800 gallons, you know, you have a roll haul, you probably have to replace your tank, okay? And that can get expensive, okay? It really can. And it's based on, you know, your drain field, how the soil is, and you're going to have to get the engineer out there and all that kind of stuff, okay? So you got to know that. You want to know the cost of the septic tank. or I mean the cost, you know, if it's full, the cost of the septic tank. Well, cost of the septic tank, but you got to know if you can keep it or replace it. Okay. So we talked about the power and the well and the septic. Okay, those are the big things. Now you may have some places do have natural gas, most of them don't. Everything's on power. So those are the big things you need to really be careful about. Okay, they can really be expensive. Okay, because if you, particularly if you get an older property and it hasn't been, you know, financed in a while, you know, maybe you buy it on probate or something. These can be some really big things, or you know, can you know, get you in the backside. Now, we're not saying the other one that's important is ingress and egress. Okay, what I mean by that is how you can get into the property. So let's say it's an old house that's far away from the road. You want to make sure that you can actually, if it's your fire brigade, your fire marshal guy, it'll be probably your rural fire district, is going to tell you, you know, how far back the house has to be before they're going to want maybe a 20-foot road in there. Why 20 feet? So they can have fire engine going this way and fire engine going this way and all that kind of thing. So anyway, you know, those are important things to know about. And listen, if you're, my point is this: if your road's not wide enough, it's only, you know, 10 foot wide, and you got 140 feet, to, you know, to the house. I've done it before. Yeah, you go in there and you got to build the road out, you know, and that's 10 grand, 20 grand. Just, you know, it really depends. Okay. So hopefully these will help when you look at stuff. And the bottom line is it's just money. Okay. So know what the costs are, know what the power is. The cost, you know, is it good enough power? Is that fine? The well, okay. Your water resource board's going to know about it. You know, they're going to know how deep the well is, the gallons per minute. Okay. Then you want to know about septic tank, how many gallons it is, and fourth thing, I can't even do math, is ingress and egress. Those are the big ones you need to be, you know, concerned about. Now, I've also done some other videos you can watch on here about lot splits, because when you have extra land, you go, let's say, buy 2 acres or something. You can oftentimes, with a lot of strategies in this, you can split that lot off and rehab the house or wholesale it to a rehabber, and then have an additional lot for free. And it's free money. Lots cost, an acre lot might cost 50 grand. Guess what? You just made 50,000 bucks. 50 grand, right? That's amazing. Or sometimes you can split it 3 times and there's more money, right? So these are things to think about. Anyway, if you like this video, hit subscribe right down here and like it. And if you have any questions, call me. That's what I'm here for. I do these videos because I know what it's like starting out. It can be rough. You need good advice. You need solid, no shenanigans advice. Okay? If you got questions because the video isn't clear on something, call me up and I'm here for you, man. All right. God bless, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.